basic. This is what your Skyblock experience looks like. Plain, confusing, and boring. But it could look like this. Have you ever mistaken your most valuable items with useless trash, all because of them having the same Minecraft texture? Over the past few years, I've tried using many Skyblock texture packs, and I've compiled a list of what I think are the top 5 best texture packs that Hypixel Skyblock's creators have to offer. Before we get started, it's important that I disclose a few things prior to ranking these texture packs. First off, this list is entirely based on my opinion alone, with some statistics to help validate their ranking. Knowing this, you may very well disagree with where some packs are placed on this list. All of these packs are great in their own way, and all cater to certain art style preferences. You may end up preferring a texture pack that I've ranked lower than another, and that's okay. I'll be fairly going over both the good and the bad of each pack, so you can make a better decision as to which pack will suit you the best. One more thing. I can't say with total confidence that I understand the update schedule for any of these texture packs, meaning I can only make the best guess I can as to if or when a texture pack will be receiving any updates anytime soon. Please bear with me here, and feel free to correct me in the comments if you're aware of something that I haven't mentioned. On the brighter side, I expect that you will find at least one pack in this video that you haven't yet heard of. I won't waste any more of your time, so let's just get started with the 5th best texture pack to use for Hypixel Skyblock, PAX HQ. With 17,000 plus downloads, this pack has something inherently unique about it. It was the first Skyblock specific texture pack ever created. It was launched in June of 2019, securing itself as the first of many to come. When PAX HQ was first released, almost everyone was using it, as it would commonly make appearances both in-game and in video thumbnails. Some memorable legacy textures from this pack that you may recognize include the aspect of the dragons, pigment sword, and the Midas sword. Another thing that makes this pack stand out from all the other packs on this list is their pet textures, or rather their pet models? That's right. This texture pack offers 3D models for most pets in the game. I think they look really cool, and it's definitely the main selling point for most people on this pack. The final cool thing about PAX HQ is that it's compatible with all versions of Minecraft, at least that's what they claim on their official website. I believe PAX HQ works optimally with version 1.8.9 and of course Optifine, but it still works with other versions just fine as well. However, this is the lowest ranking pack on this list. There has to be some negatives. One of the biggest issues about PAX HQ for me, personally, is the fact that many of the textures remain unloyal to a singular art style. Most of the older textures in this pack haven't been updated, which has led to this problem. This may not be a big issue for some, but it is for me. Another unfortunate issue with this pack is that it doesn't appear to be actively worked on anymore, as the last update for this texture pack was in April of 2022, over a year and a half ago. I'm not sure if the progress is just really slow, or if they've given up on this pack entirely. Overall, I don't see much reason to use this pack nowadays, unless you're feeling a bit nostalgic. While the other 4 texture packs all hold up much better compared to this one, that doesn't necessarily make this a bad pack. If you like it, good on you. I'm sure nobody's gonna make fun of you for using one custom Skyblock pack over another. Moving on to number 4, Hypixel Plus. This texture pack has some of the most creative designs I think I've ever seen in this community. The uniqueness of this pack's textures definitely makes it stand out from the rest. All of the swords and tools in this texture pack attempt to remain true to the vanilla art style, so they blend in quite well with the default Minecraft textures. They even included textures for Skyblock's infamous null items. Another positive note for this texture pack is that it has been updated fairly recently, just in October of 2023. The update came with the addition of Rift, Century Raffle, and the newly added dungeon items. With this information, I can say with a decent amount of confidence that this pack is still actively being worked on. However, this texture pack is the literal textbook definition of an inconsistent art style. For example, some items use a 16 by 16 pixel canvas for their texture, whereas others will have much more detail. Diversity between items in a pack is oftentimes a good thing, but I think this has taken it to an unreasonable level. On top of that, when I look at all of the textures, they oftentimes look bland and stale when they're all viewed next to each other. Some examples include the farming tools, most swords, talismans, bows, and armor sets. While there could be an argument to be made that the purpose of the repetitive textures is to stay true to vanilla, it just doesn't work well for me personally. Let me know what you think of this in the comments. At the end of the day, this pack just doesn't compare to the remaining texture packs ahead. I prefer whatever pack I'm using to keep a consistent art style, which is something I've noticed that this pack specifically struggles with. But again, I believe that having texture pack diversity is good. so please don't take my word as your only judgment for what packs you should or should not use. Coming in at a humble third place is Worlds and Beyond. This pack has over 20,000 downloads, immediately making it one of the most popular Skyblock specific texture packs. I'll be completely blunt and honest with you here. This texture pack has some of the best Crimson Isle textures I think I've ever seen. The materials are a perfect mix of artistically unique as well as keeping true to the vanilla art style. And the weapons, nothing less than peak. Just look at the Blaze Slayer daggers. There are also some really unique designs I'd like to highlight, those being Bonzo Staff, Giant Sword, the base, ornate, and florid zombie swords, and especially the aspect of the end. I feel that this texture comes across as a very love it or hate it kind of texture, which I find to be a very interesting approach for such a popular utility item. Please let me know your opinion about Worlds and Beyond's aspect of the end texture. I expect to see some pretty mixed reviews down there in the comments. Sadly, this texture pack doesn't appear to be receiving frequent updates anymore either. The most I've heard is that the developers of this pack are supposedly releasing a Crimson Isles Part 2 update, but again, I can't be certain. That's just what the internet told me. That's about it for Worlds and Beyond. This texture pack really just sits right in the middle with me. While I don't think it's the best texture pack ever created, it definitely isn't anything to scoff at. These artists bring a very unique approach to their retextures of the custom Skyblock items, and that goes down very well with some people. This pack may even be worth using just for the Blaze Slayer's daggers. I mean, man, they're great. On to my second favorite Hypixel Skyblock texture pack, Hero's Journey. This pack definitely deserves more room in the spotlight. It has the best retextures for items I've ever seen. Hands down, literally the best. The potential for this pack is enormous, and I cannot wait until it fully releases. Hero's Journey is very early in development, being only in pack version 1.1 at the moment. This, of course, means that there aren't many sprites that have been textured in this pack just yet. However, unlike the previous few, this pack is actually actively being worked on. All this texture pack needs to steal that #1 spot on this list is time for the developers to expand it. Time is all that stands in the way. In the end, what really carries this pack's rating is its future potential. The developers of this texture pack are experienced spriters who know exactly what they're doing, and they're really doing it well. The main artist of Hero's Journey was at one point affiliated with the development of the #1 texture pack as well. You can join the Hero's Journey Discord server to see updates and sneak peeks that get posted frequently. Now, before we move on to reveal the absolutely unpredictable, completely arbitrary, out of left field first place texture pack, I want to give honorable mentions to packs made by Lucy and Keno, Snowfall and Defrosted. While not Skyblock specific, these two packs can serve as excellent underlays to any of the texture packs listed in this video. As the name suggests, Snowfall is a snowy themed pack that retextures nearly every block in the game. Myself, along with many other Skyblock players, agree that the designs in Snowfall fit very well with Skyblock's environment. If you're not into the snowy theme, Defrosted shares very similar textures to Snowfall, but the snowy aspect of it has been removed. It slightly darkens all the blocks, as well as everything else wintry just removes. You could also use these two packs like I do. I have Snowfall equipped when it's wintertime, and Defrosted active for the rest of the year. I enjoy swapping to Snowfall near the holidays, it really gets me in the Christmas mood. And finally, at spot #1, taking the title as Hypixel Skyblock's best texture pack, First Sky. It's First Sky Reborn. I know, you saw this coming from a mile away, but let's be honest, there wasn't really any competition for this texture pack in the first place. It's been a complete blowout from the very start. Coming in with over 600,000 total downloads, First Sky Reborn is easily the most popular and recognizable texture pack that Skyblock spriters have to offer. First Sky has by far the most amount of retextures for Skyblock items I've seen out of any pack, and the vast majority of them are my favorite designs that are currently out there. This texture pack has been consistently worked on for a long while now, with the team of artists showing no signs of stopping anytime soon. I would call this pack promising, but First Sky has already shown its potential long ago. It's just an incredible pack with an incredible amount of work that's been put into it. The only downside of this texture pack that I can think of is their update schedule isn't very great. They don't release texture pack changes nearly as often as they used to, but when they do, it's always of incredibly high quality. It's well worth the wait every time. And for whatever it's worth, this is the overlay I mainly use. Truthfully, all of these texture packs bring immense value to the game in their own right. I'll once again reiterate that this list is entirely my opinion, with the download count being factored into the pack's rankings as well. I hope that you guys found at least one texture pack in this video that you haven't heard of. I'd hate to be sitting here chatting about packs you've already heard of dozens of times before. That's going to be about it for the top 5 Skyblock texture packs. If you saw anything you think should have been changed in this video, please let me know down in the comments. I'll be checking them often for feedback, as I'm constantly looking for new ways to create better content for you. Until next time, ciao.